Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. Cautious optimism and apocalyptic hysterics follow Iran nuclear deal. There seem to be 2 types of reactions to the recent deal to limit Iran's nuclear program. There's the, hey, it's the best deal we're going to get reaction from supporters of the deal, and the, let's all just take cyanide now, it'll be quicker that way response of opponents of the bill. Those who had the second type of response currently hold majorities of both houses of the United States Congress, which has 60 days to either approve or reject the deal, which is bad news for those of us who prefer diplomacy to bombing cities and killing tons of people, and good news for people who feel the opposite way about those things. KKK rallies to support Confederate flag. Week before last, in Columbia, South Carolina, members of the Ku Klux Klan rallied on the grounds of the State House to protest the recent removal of the Confederate flag. Really? But I thought the defenders of the flag said that it represented heritage and Southern pride, not white supremacy and terrorism. I'll be damned. Of course, the modern Klan will sometimes try to claim that it is not anti-black but pro-white, so it's well practiced in the art of transparently trying to redefine something that stands for hate into representing something else. So I guess the Klansmen and the heritage not hate crowd have something in common. Well, something else. NRA defends loophole that allowed Charleston shooter to purchase gun. Recently, the National Rifle Association published an article on its website attacking a bill that would close the loophole that allowed Dylann Roof to purchase the gun which he allegedly used to murder 9 people. The loophole is what's known as a default proceed sale. It allows a gun dealer to close a sale if a background check on the buyer has not been completed within 3 business days. According to the FBI, these default proceed sales have allowed 30,000 people in the last 10 years to purchase guns which they otherwise would not have been allowed to have. But, the NRA article says, these default proceed sales are necessary to protect the Second Amendment rights of legitimate gun owners. And that makes sense. I mean, after all, what's the danger of 30,000 prohibited individuals buying guns that they shouldn't be allowed to have when you compare that with the possibility that every once in a while a legitimate gun owner will be inconvenienced? It's not as if people can live without guns, right? And by the way, in the day that passed between the writing of this video and the shooting of this video, there was another public shooting, this time in a movie theater in Lafayette, Louisiana. So, well done, NRA. Mission accomplished. Anti-abortion group smears Planned Parenthood with deceptive video. Week before last, a video was released online which appeared to show a senior official with Planned Parenthood describing how that organization would harvest and sell organs from aborted fetuses. This video was almost immediately shown to be a hoax. The woman in the video is actually describing how organs from fetuses are donated to medical research facilities, which is a completely legal and legitimate practice, and it only looked like she was describing the selling of organs on the black market thanks to some very deceptive editing. Nevertheless, in the wake of the video, Republicans in Congress announced their intention to launch an investigation into Planned Parenthood over shit that it doesn't do. And Republican presidential candidates expressed their outrage not at the slanderous video, but at Planned Parenthood. Because everybody knows that telling a fib is bad, but providing health care for women is worse. Trump attacks McCain, GOP decides attacks on vets are bad. Republican presidential candidates got real upset at Donald Trump for saying that John McCain isn't a war hero because all he did was get captured. And yet, these same Republicans were perfectly fine with the swift boating of John Kerry in 2004. Some of them, Jeb Bush for instance, even expressed open support for the attacks on Kerry's military service during that campaign. In fact, the only prominent Republican to strongly condemn the swift boating of Kerry at the time was John McCain. And McCain has never been all that popular with the more conservative members of the Republican Party, so I really don't get what their problem is with this. Unless their problem is that once again, Donald Trump has said something awful and seen his poll numbers rise as a result. And if that is in fact their problem with all this, I can only repeat myself from the last episode of this series and say to those Republicans, ha ha, fuck you, and enjoy sleeping in the bed you made. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.